how it goes of a boy that lost his soul before he was even born. So I remember coming into this world about 2,000 years ago, and I could see the angels falling to the ground. And you say whatever, man, but I'm a druid that's soul, and some bodies get reincarnated. Energy is never created nor destroyed. So when you think about it, it's like, man, we just continue. It's the energy that consists of the higher frequencies that go into the next existence. That's how DNA works. When the DNA is passed down in the energy frequency, then you go into the next existence, and the energy cultivates and finds a certain frequencies that live inside of its own. So then the God frequency continues through, and that's when we go into the next life, where we have part of the information given to us from our ancestors, and our ancestors speak through us. And then at times you can even travel through time. It's called generational astral projection or something like that. I don't remember, but the sins of the father last for 7 generations. So 7 generations of DNA, if you can clean it up by that time, then that means that we have no more sins of our fathers, and we can live in harmony. And that's the way that I see the future and the existence of the unknown, because when I came back in time, it was all gone wrong. We would have been in the final war by now. America was the ground target, and there were tanks on my front lawn in 2016. The church was on fire, everything was in flames, and that's the way that I saw it. So I came back in time when they reframed my brain, and I'm pretty sure I died that night and had to come back into another existence to make it so that the world traveled through another dimensional timeline, and the future timeline did not look as projected as you wanted it now, because in 2039 the whole world ceased to exist from the black hole. So I sent my consciousness back through time in order to make it so that we had to do this ish over and over again. And it was like the age of 5 or 6 when I first met the devil in this, and it was about 7 or 8, no, it was about 5 when the lightning crashed about 100 feet away from me. I felt the energy, I felt the heat, I felt the whole God universe speak through me. And that's why I have to go into this flow, because you don't understand the spiritual concepts of everything that is going on. This is a battle of light and dark, not just human flesh. We are in the final battle, and if it doesn't go well, then it all burns in eternal hell for the next 1,000 years, so the world can reset, and then we can evolve into the next level of existence. But we won't be around for that ish, because it resets the whole frequency timeline. And when you listen to it over and over again, I'm telling you, you'll understand. And I don't know why I have to go into this so many times for me to get it off my chest, you know. But at the same time, if I look back at my life, I remember the MK Ultra-ish a little bit, but most of my memories get erased every time they throw me in the hospital. So I gotta start all over again, you know? Because when I reach a certain level of remembrance, they have to lock me away. And I know they'll be like, that's just a paranoid delusion, you know? So you aren't actually good at fighting. You aren't actually good at just about everything you do. You aren't actually an anti-sex trafficking person. I am. I'm gonna take all of them there. But yeah, so sorry, I got a little lost topic on that. What am I being accused of? As far as I know, well, let's see here. I had an ex that tried to frame my friends for rape, and I don't know if that even happened, because she told me she was a virgin when I met her, and then she slipped her identity and her credit card into my pocket and took mine out of my wallet and told me the cops that she let me, or that I stole them or something. So I don't even know. So then her mom tried to get me for some underage shit, and that's some bullshit right there, because as far as I'm concerned and as far as I know, I waited till it was her birthday okay to even touch her. So you know what I'm saying? So what else do I got going against me? I'm pretty sure that there was a couple murders that are trying to get framed on me. Let's see here. Pictures on the internet. Yeah. I did look at some nudist colonies, not gonna lie. Other than that, I don't have anything on my computer other than a shitload of porn, you know what I'm saying? Because in the process of trying to take down the porn industry, I had to study every aspect of every inch of every dimension of every time. I even found one that tried to use the Illuminati to brainwash my mind. It was pretty disgusting shit, but in the background you could hear a binaural beat with the voices telling me when the time is right, you'll do exactly what we tell you. Until then, do exactly what we tell you, or some ish like that. I don't remember. It just said, you work for the Illuminati and we're gonna brainwash you and all this ish. It was pretty crazy, not gonna lie. So I had to put into my mind everything that was going on at that time. And I think it was about 6 years ago, about then. And at that point in time, it was a pretty crazy war going on in the grand scheme of things. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah. I'm sorry, most of you don't know what I'm saying. There's a whole huge thing going on right now, and I don't really know how to tell you about it. You can go back and read my ChatGPT, you know? You can go back and look throughout history and all that good jazz, because I don't know where we are right now. The basic construct of it all is that there's a spiritual war going on between light and dark, and it has been for a long time, hence the Iran-Israel war. That war has been going on since Jesus died, so, you know, that's going to take a little bit longer to end. But, yeah. I remember doing this one.
Main smoker on the beat.
Listening to the way that it goes, you understand that I know this shit from the bottom to top. I've researched all the history ish. I've lived my life the best way that I could, knowing exactly what I needed to do. You think I enjoyed that ish? No, I did not. I cried every motherfucking time, not gonna lie. And it was just masturbation. I mean, what the fuck, man? So at that time, though, nobody knew what the fuck was going on, and I was being watched by the CIA and the FBI. So I had to draw attention to myself and draw attention to the main mission, which was taking down human trafficking and sex trafficking. And that's why I had to do everything to bring all of this attention to you. If you look back at my records, it's gonna be 3 DUIs and a pot charge. That's it. You know what I'm saying? And then you go into my schizophrenic record, and you can see that they basically gave me a background to fuck me up and make sure that I could never get out of the situation I was in. But because I knew that they were listening, I could say anything I wanted, and I knew that it would get out there, but only knew that at the time it was under the Biden-Harris administration, and they were trying to take me down because I was for Trump at that time. I'm still for Trump, but at that time they were trying to take down anybody that was a patriot, so I had to up my game and step out of the system a little bit, go underground and try to make it into the system to try to dissect the vision in all of your minds, so I could educate the world on what was going on in time. And now we're here, now we're now, but I don't know where everybody else is. And the matter of fact is that the world is headed in the right direction, and I'm thankful for that in every direction. And I hope that everybody understands the gist of it all. By the time we take down all the human trafficking in the world, and the sex crimes will go away, and then we can get everything systematically in place in order to make it to the next level of existence, where we hydrate and eat properly, and we eat that is good for us, you know, no GMOs, no none of that stuff, you know what I'm saying? And they're like, man, you just did some stupid ass ish, you know what I'm saying? Because they've been looking at my ish already, they just needed me to say it out loud. They've been watching me for a long time, but they got everybody around trying to frame me for all this other ish. And I don't even understand why. Well, I do understand why, because at that time they put me on the list as a terrorist or something like that, because it was a Biden-Harris type thing. And at that time, everybody that was a patriot and a MAGA supporter became a terrorist. I mean, January 6th, come on, man. That was some, yeah, never mind, come on. But yeah. So I guess if they're gonna get me, they should be here any minute now.